Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do some decluttering. So you're not gonna see my beautiful face, so don't be upset. I just wanna go through as fast as possible, and we're just gonna start from the top. I have everything in different categories here, and then we will go through my actual vanity, which is what I use daily, and then we will go through this basket, which is my new things, and maybe do a little bit of rearranging, but most likely we're just gonna declutter as fast as possible. So I'm just gonna go with my gut here. L'Oreal True Match powder. This is a mineral face powder foundation. Love this, but old AF. Same thing with my MAC Studio Fix. I think I'm gonna get rid of these things. This Mega Cushion foundation by Wet n Wild looked terrible on my skin after about 30 minutes, so that's going. These are really old, my L'Oreal Infallible. I feel like I want to keep the more radiant finish one just in case, and I am ordering a bunch of, I'm gonna do a haul soon. I'm ordering a bunch of new foundation CC BB creams to try out. So let me keep this just to kind of reference. The IT CC cream is definitely my favorite, more full coverage one, so keeping that, and this is the oil-free matte one. I do like that even though it's old. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, it's like brand new basically. This will be a maybe, so we'll keep that in the maybe pile. I have a backup e.l.f. powder, which does not belong here, I don't believe, but we'll keep it in there for now. And then I have a Cetaphil Daily Facial Moisturizer with redness kicker outer, whatever. I'm gonna keep that for now. This is way too light of a concealer. This is the ColourPop No Filter concealer, which I don't like the formula, but I'm gonna keep it for when I do more crazy looks because it's nice to have like a lighter color. Let me fix the lighting here. I think it's a little bright. All right, this is my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I'm gonna keep this even though it's a little dark. I'm gonna keep that for now. So really not a lot of keeping here. All right, let's just go to the right. This will be our highlighter section. I do have a lot in my vanity that I'm gonna have to go through as well. The Sleek, I think I'm about done with the Sleek stuff. It's very, very old. I've hit pan on 3 out of the 4, and I think it's a little, I was gonna say spicy. I think it's a little too icy for me now. MAC Strobe Cream, gonna keep that. This is more of a Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild. It's a little bit more of a cream. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. It's old and I don't really enjoy it very much. It's a little too squishy. I don't know how to describe it. Just didn't really like it. This is a Revolution. It's very chalky. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. I might just pass that on to somebody who might enjoy it and not just get rid of it because it's not super old. So this will go in the maybe or donate pile. Old Too Faced Candlelight Glow. This is actually really beautiful. I think I'm gonna keep that for now. It's got a little bit more of a gold hint once you mix them together. So that's a keeper. This is one of my favorites. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow in Blossom Glow. It's really dirty, but that's a favorite of mine. I cannot get rid of the Mary Luminizer. That's a cult classic. Definitely a more of a gold finish on that one. It's hard to tell in this lighting, but definitely more of a gold, so I want to keep that. This I just can't get rid of yet. They don't make them like this. This is the, oh, you know what? Should I just get rid? I'll get rid of it. This is a Physicians Formula brick. It was supposed to be kind of like the Bobbi Brown bricks. Definitely a dupe, but you know what? I've gotten to the end, so we're gonna let it go. This is a Kat Von D eyeshadow that everyone was raving about as a highlighter, and it's got this cool two-toned situation. I'm definitely gonna keep this, even though, you know, there's a lot of stuff around Kat Von D. So keeping 5 there. I think I still want to keep this gold just to like, it's a loose powder, but I think it's nice to mix in with other things. It's really subtle, but it might be good to mix in with lotion. You know, when I always pretend I'm going to do that, I never do. So, all right, we got bronzers here. This is the Revolution bronzer that I actually really like. I love the tone of that. Not necessarily a fan of the highlighter in this, but I'm keeping that for the bronzer for sure. This NYX eyeshadow people like to use for a contour because it's a cooler tone. It does turn a little pink on me, but I'm going to keep this for when I do more chiseled artistic looks. The Chanel, definitely keeping. I really love this. My aunt gave me this and it was already, you know, used down quite a bit. It lasts forever. I don't think that the formula is the same anymore, so I'm keeping that. Keeping my butter bronzer. This Kevyn Aucoin one is really nice. I'm gonna keep that for now. I guess I'm keeping everything that I have in here. Too Faced chocolate bronzer. That's one of my favorite go-tos. I don't really like Too Faced anymore, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. This is the Too Faced where it's a little more shimmery. I think it's the Sun Bunny. This is really orange, so I think I'm gonna get rid of that. One thing, got rid of one bronzer. Never getting rid of that. How gorgeous. Like that's orangey, but that's more of like a mix for the summer. It looks gorgeous on my skin in the summer and everybody's skin, I'm sure. And then I've kept this forever and I don't know that I can get rid of it. It's a very shiny, loose, it's basically a loose bronzy highlighter. Not for my skin tone. Very glittery, but good for the body, so keeping that. Well, didn't get rid of as much there, but definitely getting rid of a lot of things. All right, blushes, one of my favorite things. All right, so the blushes are gonna be hard because that's one of my favorite things to wear. These are some depotted Tarte blushes and and some Hourglass blushes and some highlighters. I don't really need those, but I'm gonna go through my individuals and look at those later. Keeping all of these. I really love the Tarte blushes. It's just hard because they just stay on for a really long time and it's hard on my skin. So I'm gonna keep that palette. This is crazy. This is not for everybody. This is the Revolution Lace something blush palette. It's like a neon duochrome. Definitely keeping that. I can do crazy looks with it, and I mean, pretty much wearing it on the daily. I don't think they make this anymore, but this is a gorgeous orangey coral, like a true warm. This is Burt's Bees in Bare Peach, so I'm keeping that because I don't have a lot of true orangey tones. I think I might just try and depot this, or maybe give this to somebody because it's gorgeous, I just don't use it. So I'm gonna put this in the maybe or donate pile. This is a Stila cream. I'm gonna keep that, even though, well, that is kind of gross and old. I don't know. Let's look at that again. I'll put that in the maybes. This is one of my favorites. This is a Milani Rose blush, and this is in Romantic Rose. That used to be like my ride or die. That's a great rosy, more of a dusty tone, not as bright. And I don't wear this very often, but I want to keep it because I don't have a lot of subtle blushes. I bought this to try, thinking it was going to be like this is the Maybelline Cheek Heat. I thought this was going to be like the Glossier. And it is not. So I'm going to get rid of this. Did not like that at all. I mean, it's buildable, so just not my style. Glossier, always going to keep that. It's amazing. The Milani Luminoso, yes. This is similar to the, I have a few. You'll see in my vanity, I think I have the MAC one that's similar to this, and a little similar to the Burt's Bees, but I'm going to keep these because, again, I don't have as many of the corals. Tarte, it's a cheek stain. It's a little one of the cheek stains. I think I'm gonna keep this for now because I don't have anything like it. Another Tarte. I don't think I could get this one out, but this one is in Exposed. It's another really subtle one, so I'll be keeping that. Yeah, I'm not really gonna be getting rid of much of my blushes. Gonna get rid of this Too Faced, I believe. This is the Leopard Love. I really love this, and when I used to work for Too Faced, I used to recommend these for weddings because it was in a time where we didn't have as many highlighters and shimmery blushes, and I think it looks really beautiful on brides. But you know, there's so much more out there now, so I think I'm going to get rid of this, pass this on. This is a Tom Ford, my aunt. This is probably one of my favorite blushes to wear. Just like a bright coral, can go with everything, and when you love something bright. This is a beautiful one. And I like the formula, it's fine. It's nothing fancy. This one's in Wicked. I don't know that it's worth the money, but you know, I didn't pay for it, so. This is really beautiful. This is the BH Cosmetics Floral Blush, and this is the pink one, Fiji Fun. I think I'm actually gonna pass that on, see if somebody else wants that. I just don't pick it up. It's pretty, I just don't, I tend to pick up other ones instead. And it's not, has not been used too much, so I wanna make sure somebody else can get use out of that. This is the Kevyn Aucoin. This is definitely more of a plummy tone, and I don't have a lot of this, so I'll be keeping this for now. And I like that there are different, there's different shades in there that you can play with, mix them all together, or use them one at a time, even though it's kind of hard to use something like that one at a time. This I will never get rid of. This is the Kat Von D, again, you know, when she was more in the know. This one is in Wish. I swear, Samantha Ravendall has recommended a lot of the blushes that I've purchased. And of course, they don't make that anymore. They don't make Kat Von D anymore, but I'm keeping that, keeping all my Kat Von D blushes because they were, I really love that. This is very similar to the Tom Ford. Let's look at that. But I'm gonna keep them both. Look how close those are. One's a tiny bit, this is a little bit more coral, this is a little bit more pink. So, you know, I'm keeping both of those babies. And then I believe this one is a little bit more mauve, a little bit more of a relaxed color. So keeping that. I just can't get rid of these Kat Von D blushes. I just love them so much. And then this Hourglass one is also another like shimmery rosy tone. Like I said, I'm not going to get rid of too many blushes. It's really hard for me to get rid of those. And then this is kind of a stain type with the sponge. You push your finger in there, your brush. I like it because it's very sheer. So if I want something very, very subtle, that's going to be it. And this is the, what is it, Chanel? No, this is Lancome. So this is really nice. I don't know if it's worth the money, but I didn't buy it. So I did get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blushes, which is all right, so now we're gonna go down into shadows. So we're down to individual shadows. I don't wear eyeshadow very much, but I do wanna keep, like a lot of this came from my kit, a lot of this came from my Aunt Becky, a lot of this came from like a million years ago. So some of these will be more sentimental keeps. But when I do eyeshadow, I do wanna have the color I want. So, and I have been doing eyeshadow a little bit more lately. So we're gonna go through and see what we got here. This is the Wet n Wild. It's the newer formula. It's a gray. I might keep that. That's gonna go in a maybe. We'll go through that at the end. This is one of my favorite colors ever. This is a Makeup Forever single shadow, and this is in 544, which is like what? But yeah, they don't come in. It's like a taupey shade. Anyway, keeping that. That's a single that I want to keep. Let's put these somewhere else here. So these were recommended by Terra Babies, and I liked them at first, but they're so soft. They're the Melted Chrome shadows. They're so soft that they don't really stay, but man, they're really pretty. So I might pass these on to see if they work on somebody else's eyes. This is Zinc About You and Ironic. Ironic already busted, and this is more of a taupe, this is more of a mauve. So I'm gonna put these in the maybe or donate. I have a L'Oreal quad, that's the grays as well. And I don't really have a lot of grays, so I think I'm going to look at both of these and decide which one I want to keep. Yeah. I don't really wear this color very much, but you never know when you're going to need it. So I'll keep one of those. This is Makeup Geek Utopia. The single, yeah, this is not going anywhere. This is like a bronze, black, gold, loose shimmer that's never leaving my sight. I'm going to keep this Laura Mercier. This is another single. This is like a black, it's called weird, Black Carrot. It's kind of like a black with like a green hint. It's kind of sheer, so it's easy to wear, not anything too crazy. Keeping this because my aunt sent it to me. It's beautiful. It's a, you know, the higher end shadows tend to be a little bit more subtle in pigment, but these are just really, really beautiful lavender purples with butterflies embossed in them. This Guerlain. This Marc Jacobs is another single shimmer. This is like a gray black shimmer situation, loose. That's really fun to play with. It does get everywhere, but this is a fun layering thing. This is another one of the Makeup Forever taupes that I'm keeping. It's like one of my favorites ever. I have another CoverGirl as my backup champagne. It's what I use in my inner corner, so I'm keeping that. Gosh, I have a lot of singles. This is, I think I might get rid of this just because I have a lot of things like this. This is like one of those green-brown duochromes. So that'll go in the get rid of pile. Charlotte Tilbury, gotta keep one. I mean, it's a gorgeous palette. But when you, that's not gonna focus, I'm sure. When you expect a crazy shimmer, right, that's not what you get with these. So keeping it for more of a high-end neutral. This is the other Makeup Geek Insomnia. This is those duochrome green and brown. So keeping that. Gonna get rid of this. This is really old. Urban Decay in West. It's a gorgeous color, but it's just really old and it's not in any sort of, oh wait, that's really pretty. Let me see if I can depot that first. So that'll go in the maybe. So that's a really pretty like maroon brown. This Pacifica eyeshadow is really gorgeous. I just have a lot of things like this. And so I think I'm gonna pass this on. It's a gorgeous copper shimmer. So that'll go in a get rid of. Let's see, I have a lot of these Infallible. Let's look at some more Urban Decay. So this one is just a really bright peach. Gonna keep that. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's a satiny tone. Let's keep that. This is a bright pink. Keeping this. Again, you know, I don't have a lot of things like this. So when I do want to do more of a crazy look, it's nice to have at least one thing. This is something I bought last year, the year before. Memories, Midnight Cowboy. Used to wear this over my whole entire lid, like a glittery shimmer champagne. Yeah, not getting rid of that. This is old. This is the Too Faced Sugar Shadow Caviar Dreams. Gonna get rid of this just because it's so old. That needs to be thrown away. This, I think it just needs to go. It's so old. This is Shiseido Duo, and it was perfect. Taffeta taupe. I really like the taupey stuff. On my eyes, it's really easy. So throwing that out, because that's old as all get out. This is a Revlon Wet Dry Shadow in Thundering. Loved that. Gonna just toss it now. Probably like a decade, no joke, old. Can't open this, but this is a Pure Red by Makeup Forever. It's totally shattered, but keeping that, again, because it's very hard to find pure red shadows. This is gonna be kept because it is sentimental. This is a Merle Norman Luminous Shadow in Pink Halo. Oh, guys. I need to just put this on my eyes again. It's just this subtle pink. Can't even see it on my skin. I just used to wear it all over my eye with one like a dark purple liner, and I wore it when I marched color guard all the time. This is another one of those L'Oreal old school. It's almost a duochrome. It's like a loose shimmer. It's a lavender. I used to wear this one and this Merle Norman one all the time, just as a one shadow look with like a deep purple eyeliner. All right, this is an old L'Oreal single. It's just old, it needs to go, and I have things similar. This is, let's see, Burberry eye color in gray. Oh my gosh, is that the softest thing ever? Keeping that, wow. I need to depot some of these and put these in my bigger palette. This is never leaving my sight. This color looks amazing on my eyes. Gotta be careful though, because it can make you look sick. But this is Stila Shadow old in 01. Doesn't even have a name. All right, and then let's go through these. These are all the L'Oreal Infallible singles. This is Iced Latte. Definitely gonna keep that one. Okay, I think the only one I'm gonna get rid of is this Pepsi Cola because I have something else similar. It's the Urban Decay one I'm gonna keep. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. Pass this on. All right, so I did keep almost all these L'Oreal Infallibles, keeping some sentimental things. Right, these actually should go in my small palettes drawer, so we're gonna put these in here eventually. I'm gonna keep this Natasha Denona for now and see if I can get it to work a little bit better for me. I do love bronzes and I do love greens, so we'll see. I didn't have the best time with it the first couple go rounds, but we'll see. We'll keep that for now, like I said. Marvelous Mauves. These really are gorgeous. I feel like I need to take these out for my kit, so I'm gonna put them to the side because they are gorgeous. It's just I don't use these tones on my eyes very much, which is weird because they do look very pretty. So I think I'm gonna take this and depot for my kit. These are the Inglot shadows. I feel like they're just not, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. I have a lot of things, these colors. So I think I might pass this on. It's gorgeous. The packaging is just so clever. I love it so much. You can see what's inside. It looks nice. It's heavy. It's weighted, but I am gonna pass it on. I will never, ever, ever get rid of this. This is the Comfort Zone Wet n Wild palette. The original formula, which I like better. And I have a backup, brand new. If anybody wants it, you can buy it from me. I am giving you that crate free. This is, you know, keeping this because it was given and it's gorgeous. But again, very subtle, very, very subtle colors. Just really pretty. This is a Anna Sui. And then we have these two. I have these colors, so I think I'm gonna pass these on. The newer formula people love. I think it's just okay. But this is like a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And this is similar to the Melt Smokestack palette, Smoke Sessions palette. But I do have people that would enjoy this, and I don't wanna have doubles of things. Then we have just a nice brown and black, keeping that. And then we have a melt stack, keeping this, even though they're hard to work with sometimes. There's a purple that goes in here, or not a purple, a something. My aunt just sent it to me. But yeah, this is the, is this the Lovesick? Yeah, this is the Lovesick. This is amazing packaging as well, right? The magnetic situation, really cool. Keeping those. Okay, so these are my small palettes. And then we have some glitters. I'm not getting rid of any of this stuff. This is just all ColourPop, LA, Lemonhead LA. I mean, I could probably get rid of some of these, to be honest. Yeah, let's get rid of these things. This Mally one is gonna stay. It's like a cream stick shadow. keep these, but these liquid ones, I think I'm just gonna toss because these are old. Then I have some of the e.l.f. toppers. They're not as good as the Stila, but they're decent. And then I just have some glitters that I play with when I do more of a crazy look. Not gonna get rid of any of this stuff. I got my fake blood, I got my Wet n Wild waxy colors. Gonna keep all that stuff, paintbrushes, etc. Okay, we are now to palettes. These are my bigger palettes, and I have to say I don't have a lot, especially for somebody who does this as a side hustle. Used to be my full-time job, but I do buy things that really inspire me and things that I think I will actually use on myself. So we'll get started here. This is my Juvia's Place Magic Mini. Definitely keeping this. This is one of my only palettes by this brand, and it's one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas. The shimmers are amazing. The payoff for the price is just awesome. This is one of my favorite palettes of all time. It is finicky. I do hate that about it, but the colors are just gorgeous. This is the Melt Smoke Sessions, and anything that you've seen me gold mint has been from here. I especially love the mint. Super gorgeous as a wash around the whole eye. This is a new one for me this year, so I'm definitely keeping this. I needed something that had some more colorful shadows, and I really like that you can go in order of the color and get extra shimmer, and there are some duochromes down here that are really, really cool. I haven't played with it as much as I would like. Kind of forgot I had it, to be honest, but not getting rid of this. I mean, I can't think of if I would, but at this point I'm keeping it. This is the Master palette by Mario. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is reminiscent to me of a Revlon quad I had in high school, and I just really, it is a powdery formula. It's a typical Anastasia formula, but I think it's just a really gorgeous neutral palette. It might end up going into my kit, actually. I think I want to revamp my shadows in that, even though I did just do a whole entire clean out of that. Anyway, yeah, so this is a keeper, but I think I'm gonna put it to the side because when I do wear shadows, if I wear a neutral, I'm just gonna pick a single shadow, and if I do something colorful, it's not gonna be this. So I'm gonna put this to the side for possible going into my kit, but definitely not getting rid of that. This is a newer purchase as well, and this is just really beautiful. BH Cosmetics. This is the Zodiac 2 palette. The Love one, and I just really adore these shadows in general. The shimmers aren't as crazy as they seem. They are a beautiful payoff, but they're a little bit more sheer. Of course you can't see that. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not a swatch video, but it's just really pretty color and a lot to work with, and there's a matte and a shimmer that go together, and I really love that, especially if you are somebody who doesn't really have inspiration or you don't know where to go with your palettes. That's kind of set up for that. This is a maybe gonna get rid of. As much as I love this color, I think I might depot. This was the Revolution dupe for the Anastasia Subculture palette, which is totally up my alley, but I do think I want to depot some of these and just keep the ones I actually like, so I will set that to the side for that. I do have some shadows I need to do that with. Weirdly enough, people do not like this palette, and I freaking love it. I love it so much. This is the Kristen Leanne Urban Decay palette, and people just hated the layout, and the layout is stupid, but the colors are amazing, like truly so good. Everything in there I've tried is great. The lighting in here sucks now. Great. So that's a keeper. This is my individual little Z palette here that I need to depot some more shadows, some singles. So this is an old Anastasia palette, and I think I want to put some of the Mario ones in here and just really go through. So this might be a whole nother video kind of going through my singles and figuring out what I want to keep there. In my kit, my actual makeup kit that I use for work, I have a lot of IT Cosmetics shadows that I love, but they're kind of getting old, so I might do like a revamp on that. This is the Venus palette, the original Venus palette by Lime Crime, and I know that there's Lime Crime drama, but here's the thing, this stings my eyes. It does. It stings my eyes, but the colors are amazing. Like this color is, oh gosh, that's so good. So this might be something I depot or maybe hand off. So I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile as well with that, with my other things here. Oh goodness. What even it? Okay, so this is my backup palette. So I'm gonna put this in here. This is part of literally what I was just talking about. This is the It Cosmetics. I think this is the romantic one. So I might need to, these are just so hard to depot, you guys. So I'm gonna put this to the side, is either get rid of or depot. And then same with this, honestly. I think I'm just gonna get rid of this, even though I love Too Faced and It Cosmetics for the work I do for weddings. I just haven't reached for this, and it's so hard to depot. So hard to depot. I mean, the colors are awesome though, so kind of sucky, but I don't reach for it, so I am gonna go ahead and you know, it's funny, I love the warm tones, but I don't really use them on others. I tend to go more neutral to cool. So yeah, this is gonna go into the get rid of palette. This is the semi-sweet chocolate bar. And this is the Vice Lip palette, which I'm gonna keep for now. I think it would be good for my kit, but I should put it in my kit if I'm gonna use it. What is that? Little ball. Oh guys, this is dried out. Well, that sucks. I gotta have to look at this. This might be bad. This is a blush palette I'm keeping because this has a lot of cool colors, that like this bright orange, and this is more for the artistic stuff. So actually I think I'm going to put this in my artistic drawer just so I don't think that that's an eyeshadow palette. So the palettes I am keeping, I'm going to keep this out to kind of look through my things for later. The Christine Leanne palette, the Zodiac Love Signs, the newer Sugar Crystals, Juvia's Place, and then Smoke Sessions. Go through my vanity next.